Conversation is important. All right. We're going to call the Griffin-Spalding County Board of Education called meeting for the adoption of the fiscal millage rate to order, and there's one item also for the capital outlay projects. Board members, I would entertain a motion for the adoption of the agenda.
So move.
Ms. Cook has a motion. Is there a second? Second by Ms. McDonald. All in favor signify by raising your hand. It'll be 5-0. All right, so then our action item is the adoption of the millage rate that has been presented by Mr. Jones. What is the pleasure of this board?
I don't know, it could just be a matter of procedure, but don't you think Mr. Jones should, since it is an action item, he should at least come to the podium and maybe make a statement and then we vote?
That would be fine. Do you have what you can read? Yes, that'd be great. I probably cut you short anyway. I apologize for that.
Thank you, sir.
Thank you, Mr. Chairman. Board members, good evening. The Griffin-Spalding County School System seeks Board of Education approval to adopt a 2024 or FY25 millage rate. The superintendent recommends that Board of Education adopt a millage rate of 16.742 for 2024 property tax bills. Just brief background, as stated in the public hearing, we adopted a budget premised on 16.742 on June 18, 2024. Proposed millage rate has been advertised multiple times, and I believe it was a Saturday Griffin Daily News on multiple weeks. We've also published a press release in the newspaper and advertised our 5-year history 10 days prior to your vote. So that being said, and everything has been on our website for the entirety of the time as well. With that being said, it is recommended that the Griffin-Spalding County Board of Education adopt a millage rate of 16.742 for 2024 property tax bills.
All right, board members, you've heard the recommendation. What is the pleasure of this board?
So moved.
I have a motion by Mr. Brown and a second by Ms. McDonald, and a second by Ms. McDonald. Any further discussion? Yes, Ms. Cook?
Mr. Chair, I understand at the time that we approved the budget that digest values were not complete and estimates were proposed to finish our budget presentation. Then the existing properties were analyzed by the tax assessor's office and communicated to the tax commissioner. The tax commissioner has calculated and released the 2024 tax digest, which includes a significant increase in values for reassessed properties. I will be voting against keeping the millage rate the same. I am in favor of the rollback, as I have been every year since I've been on this board. Taxpayers are at their limit, and I think this is a minor increase, but it's the least we can do to show support to our taxpayers in this time of high inflation. Thank you.
Okay, anyone else? Hearing none. Those that are in favor of the recommendation signify by raising your hand. Those opposed? Vote be 4-1. We'll then move on to item number 2, which is our capital outlay projects. Mr. Bruce Ballard.
Mr. Chair, if it's okay, I will speak on behalf of Mr. Ballard.
Absolutely.
Would you prefer that I go to the podium or?
No. That would be fine.
Fair enough. So it is recommended that the Board of Education approve the application and certify the capital outlay projects application for fiscal year 2026 so that we can return it to the Georgia Department of Education for incorporation and processing. As you know, this is an application process that we go through on an annual basis. It just happens to be our time for fiscal year 2026. There are some background projects that we are applying for so that we could receive funds from the state as it relates to capital outlay. This is the necessary process.
Okay. Board members, are there any questions before we move into it? Hearing none, what is the pleasure of this board?
So moved.
I have a motion by Mr. Brown.
Second.
I have a second by Ms. Cook. Any further discussion? All in favor of the recommendation, signify by raising your hand.
I think I was raising for discussion.
Oh, I'm sorry.
Yes, sir. So, thank you, Mr. Chair, for the opportunity to speak. This question is to the superintendent. We've talked about different capital outlay projects that are happening in District 1, and just wanted to get a timeline on when I could get that information as it relates to capital outlay projects in District 1. I know that we met last week. You had it in your inbox and going to send it over, and so I want to just add to that. I would like for it to be able to tabulate since from 2019 to present. I took office in January of 2019, and so I just want to be able to see those capital outlay projects. Along with that, I am also interested in the different special programs that schools have actually wanted the board to approve that is over that the threshold limit. And so like to know what the financial numbers are for District 1 schools, because I would like to, at the end of the year, as I always do, a wrap-up of what has happened and what is going on as the District 1 board member representative. So I just want to take it a step further to our taxpayer to see where their dollars are going as it relates to the capital outlay projects in District 1, as well as any special programs that District 1 schools have asked for and we have approved, so I can have that number to give to the, of course, the community at large, but mainly for those constituents in District 1.
Yes, sir. So for clarity, Mr. Brown, we will include fiscal year 19 and 20 on top of the previous or existing request of 21. I think I'm going to need you to give me a little bit more detail with regard to an example of a special program, because I noticed you didn't say project. So.
Yeah, well, special programs. So, for example, one of the special programs that we approved was when Griffin High School was doing something with their, what was it called? Progressive discipline.
Okay.
And Mr. Chambers came and presented the program. And so I think that's important for District 1 schools and District 1 constituents to know what programs and things are happening and how much money is actually going into District 1 schools. I don't want to do a comparison of, of what schools are getting this, what schools are doing that, but I just want a total amount of what is being paid out to these schools. We know that everything that we do is tied to this strategy map. The general public, if you do not have a copy, I ask that you please request a copy of this, because this will tell you what our goals are and how money is spent in these goal areas to get the objectives and the priorities and the outcomes that we need. And so I think it's very important for District 1 constituents and all constituents to realize and understand where the money is being spent in the school district. And so I would like that request.
Understood. Yes, sir.
Okay, any further discussion? Hearing none, we have a motion and a second. All in favor signify by raising your hand. Be 5-0. All right, we do have an item for executive session, and that is to discuss and deliberate upon the appointment, employment, compensation, hiring, disciplinary action, or dismissal and periodic evaluation rating of personnel. And so I would entertain a motion to go into executive session.
So moved.
I have a motion by Ms. Cook and a second by Ms. McDonald. All in favor signify by raising your hand. Be 5-0. All right, we will be in recess in here, and we will be in executive session. And thank you for being here this evening.